I watched the Britney Spears documentary on Hulu, and I was really upset by how horribly she's been treated by the press and her own family. So let's talk about how amazing Britney's music is. Today we're going to talk about one of Britney's many hits, Womanizer. It's fun, it's catchy, it makes you want to dance, and it uses some freaking advanced music theory that's super unusual for a charting pop song. Here are 3 things that make Womanizer a genius song. Number 1, the bassline.
You can play brand new to all the other chicks that
It's using chromaticism, which basically means that it's moving one semitone or half step at a time. Moving by semitones instead of whole notes adds a lot of suspense to a track. The descending motion towards the root gives us a really big feeling of satisfaction when we hit the root. What makes this chromaticism even more brilliant is its use of a half diminished chord. Without the half diminished chord, it sounds like this. Non-diminished, half diminished. Non, half, non, half, non-half, 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 non-half. A diminished chord is a type of chord that contains a minor third coupled with a diminished fifth. And a half diminished chord takes that regular old diminished chord and plops a minor seventh on it. And a minor seventh is basically when there are 10 semitones between notes. So C sharp is a minor seventh because it's 10 semitones away from D sharp. Diminished chords also create an interval called the tritone. A tritone is basically when 2 notes have 6 semitones in between them. This interval helps add to the tension of the song and gives it that edgy vibe. Number 2, Britney's use of a pedal point. Pedal points are basically when a note is sustained throughout multiple chord changes in a song. Usually pedal points are in the bass, but in this particular case, the pedal point is that siren thing. Pretty cool, am I right, ladies? That siren is the tonic of the song, but it's consistent throughout the entire progression, and somehow fits in as a really cool note in each of the chords. Britney also makes that pedal point stand out when she mirrors that siren with her background vocals singing, "You!" Roll the clip.
you say I'm crazy.
And on top of that, the fact that her background vocals are so smooth and light and the siren is so like crunchy and aggressive, it's just a nice dynamic. It's cool, I think. But before we move on, don't forget to smash that like button and ring the bell for more epic pranks. And number 1 is how Britney explores different timbres of her voice. She has kind of a nasally tone in the first verse,
I know you.
contrasting with her more conventional singing voice that we hear in the chorus.
We don't try to front, I know just what you are.
Which is also contrasting with that softer, less bright voice she uses in that call and response part with the siren and the "you!"
You got me going, you're oh so charming.
This adds a really interesting dynamic to the track. She's giving us all these different textures and attitudes to listen to in different sections of the song. And it just gives it this like playful feel and adds a lot of personality. It's pretty cool. Britney's a musical genius! But like literally, Britney is a musical genius. Like there is so much going on in her music that she doesn't really get credit for. And it makes her sound stand out so much in the crowded field that is pop music. Her work remains timeless to this day, unscathed by the constantly evolving musical trends. So if you haven't watched the Britney documentary yet, you should really check it out. I would highly recommend it. It's so good.